Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Make sure you hit the bell for all the alerts. So right now we're about to get into this Math Hoffa versus Real Deal Mass 4 Blackout Edition battle. This was a super treat for me. Um, I've been a supporter of Math Hoffa for many years. I always said, like, I'm a street dude, and I always felt like Math is cut from that cloth. And what's him, what's a T-Top, there's certain guys in the game. I feel like a Geechee Gotti, these guys talk that language from like where I'm from. I feel like they represent us, like the Sue Surfs, the Ill Wills. This it's a list of guys. You know what I'm saying? But Math is Cortez. Math is one of my personal favorites and one of the people I feel represents guys like me. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, the street background and all that shit. You know what I mean? This battle with him and Real Deal was dope. Very dope. And if you aren't aware, this was his third battle in 3 weeks. It's not the first time that he's done this to my knowledge, because like I said, he had a killing spree where he had like 11 to 12 battles, and most of them were back to back. I don't know if if there was a time that he did 3 in 3 weeks. I don't know. You would have to double check with Math on that. But I know he's done shit like this, and that's why I have faith that he was gonna come out good with this. He battled Ill Will on RBE 3 weeks ago. Fire fucking battle, judge battle. He won. I thought he won all 3 rounds. Not a body, but I thought he won all 3 rounds. The judges had him 2-1. Which is cool too, you can understand that. And then his last battle was last week. Excuse me, when he battled with Snake Eyes. Forgot, that wasn't Survivor Series. That was Born Legacy Supreme 2. Supreme 2. Check out my blog for that. Check out my blog about for the RBE one with him and Ill Will. Those are available on my channel. Check those out. And now we in his 3rd week, and he's going to King of the Dot. So that's 3 different platforms, in 3 different states in 3 weeks. Flawless. I can't say flawless. Excuse me. I gotta take that back. He did mess up in that 3rd round against Snake Eyes, but the 3rd round was very good up to that. He didn't even need to keep rapping, but he did, and he fucked up. But bottom line is, pretty much material-wise, these were 3 battles that he had 3 flawless rounds, man. Like, you just gotta salute Math on that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, it was a dope moment. I don't even know how the hell he well, I'm assuming everybody always sees me with the hat with the scale on it, which that's my design. Those are my hats. If you're interested in purchasing some, I have enough to be, purchased. Just holler at me. But if you see the hats, it's a triple beam hat that I had on. So I'm assuming that's how he picked me out in the crowd, even though I was pretty close to the stage. But, he was on the whole other side and somehow saw me and came over and, said what's up. And I thought that was cool. It was a dope moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciated that. You know what I mean? He just came over and showed some love real quick. And I thought that was dope. It just added on to the event for me because, like it was a long trip getting down there. It was a lot of shit that happened, man. But the event made it that much worth all the shit that happened. Hanging out with the Union, salute to the Union, DME, Visual. You know what I'm saying? Being there with Big Al and stuff, like with all the guys. You know what I'm saying? We did blogs. We got footage inside the venue. All that shit, like all that is coming out soon. But it was just, the traveling back and forth, especially on the way home, was fucking ridiculous. We drove for more than 8 hours, which is normally a 4-hour trip, but we had crazy traffic. But this event, shout out to King of the Dot, shout out to all the battlers on there. They made it worth it, man. They made it fucking worth it. And one of the things I always want to do is be able to see Head Ice battle live, and without question, I always want to see Math Hoffa battle live. I've always wanted to see Cortez battle live. Cortez didn't battle on his card. I got to see E. Ness battle live. crazy. That was crazy for me. Iron Solomon, fucking Chilla Jones. But again, like the main two people I was excited to see battled in that particular night was Math and Head Ice, and then later on Ines. Like, man, that was just fucking crazy, man. But let's get into the battle. I just want to share with y'all, like sometimes, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been thinking about going to Gnome 8 and all that shit, and it's a lot going on that, you know. But more of the story, sometimes like things might be hard, but then you get there and like the event happens the way it happens. The energy in the room is so fucking dope. That's why I like being in the building. The energy in the room is dope. You know, you see all the battle rappers there. Excuse me, some of them there to support their peoples, some of them there just to support the leagues, but you see them there adding on to the energy in the room because they're anticipating these battles just like we're anticipating these battles. Shout out to Lawrence. Me and him been trying to get together for an interview, man. And I saw him real quick at the King of the Dot thing, and I fucking, you know, I just want to see the battles. I didn't really get a chance to chop it up with Lawrence from RBE. But it was just, man, it's not like being in the building, man. I love buying a pay-per-view because you can't be there all the time. That's just the truth. But it's nothing like being in the building, man. It's nothing like sitting there and seeing your favorites in a dope fucking battle. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy for me, man. So anyway, let's get into it. Math goes first in the battle. You know what I'm saying? You can see Math was in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? You see him in the building, on the stage, and all that, smiling and you know, and showing love to the people around the stage and all that shit. And you know, he just had a upbeat energy about him. You know what I'm saying? And Real Deal was just Real Deal, just a cool guy. Like, you know, you can see his energy to me is always the same, and you know you're gonna get a dope performance from Real Deal, also, man. So Math goes first. He had a Zorro line, he had a Goro line, you know what I mean? Dope, you know what I'm saying? He had some he had some snowballs. You know, and Math had a very solid first round, but then Real Deal goes. And I definitely think that Real Deal, you know, mixing, you know, Real Deal, man, he just mixes them jokes with them bars so fucking well, his style, and then, you know, his body language all the time. It's almost like shit is effortless. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he took that first round. If you feel different, get in the comment section and let me know what you think. But I gave Real Deal that first round. Second round, excuse me. Math throws shots at Head Ice. Now, let's be real. Again, Math is one of my favorites, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he lost bad to Head Ice, and I'm pretty sure he wants to be able to get back and rematch that, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he wants to make that right, not just for himself as a loss, but I think for the people who was disappointed in his performance versus Head Ice. I think he wants to make that right, and that's dope as a competitor, and you want to see that shit. You know, so Math threw his shots at Head Ice in that second round. He had some jokes for Real Deal in that second round. The shit was funny. He played a little bit to the Boston crowd, which is fire, and that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Showing them veteran skills, the veteran know-how. You know what I'm saying? He had a official titties line, and that official titty line was fucking hilarious. It was dope. It was creative. And Math's first round was solid. Math's second round was way above that. Way above that. You know what I mean? And that made it so that you applied that pressure on Real Deal at that, you know, in that instance, he put pressure on Real Deal with that second round right there. And then Real Deal goes, and you know, if you have been paying attention, man, stupid ass Trump and want to give teachers guns and all of that. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything, you know Real Deal as a teacher, it's definitely an angle everybody always come at him with. Math came at him, you know, with the shit. I'm happy Math ain't spent too much time on this shit. So he had an armed teacher bar, and that shit shook the room. That shit was crazy right there, you know what I'm saying? He had a Breaking Bad scheme. That was just fire. Real Deal's Breaking Bad scheme was definitely dope. Then he had some Scar bars, you know what I'm saying? And I have to say one thing, I thought that Real Deal went at Math in the scar Math's face in a very clever way. Um, I didn't like too much of the teacher bars for Math. Or let me not say I didn't like them. I like, it's cliche, you know, somebody's gonna come at that. But Real Deal also came with cliche disaster bars and shit like that. But overall, I felt like that second round was crazy from the both of them. That second round to me, and this just to me was the highlight of the battle in terms of both their clash in that, you know what I mean? But that second round, again, like the first round was dope, and the second round elevates. That also puts pressure on you for that third. You know what I mean? That third better be dope. And they delivered in that third. They delivered in that third round, man. So Real Deal, Math. Math had a rebuttal out the gate. Boom. A little bit while later, he had a get out line. That shit was dope. It was funny. Played well with the crowd. You know, it was definitely a dope line that he had there. And then after that, he was talking to Real Deal Soul, talking to the potential. I don't know, cause you know I don't know Real Deal. You know, everybody's talking about Real Deal drinking, especially if you see him in that battle when he was there with Math. What the fuck? How am I gonna forget who that was? Math versus Shotty P, and you saw Real Deal was bent. You know what I mean? So Math starts talking to the inner alcoholic of Real Deal. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. It was creative. And then he did it in a relatable way, Math, man. He's a fucking veteran, man. He's a veteran. You gotta give him his props. Math did that shit like a fucking intervention. Very creative, you know what I'm saying? The way that Math did that, man. Gotta salute him on that shit. Then Real Deal, he had a gorilla ashtray line. You talking about cutting the hands off a gorilla. Because you know when Math says the whole shit like, I solidified my spot with gorillas. So what Real Deal did was attack that slogan, so to speak, and said like he chop off the hands of gorillas and use them as an ashtray. That was fire. The way he did it, the way he said it, the way he set it up was definitely fire. Then he had some traveling bars. Then he had some I don't like bully bars, which I got an issue with that, but we'll get back to that. He threw a shot at Charlie Clips, and then he had a Charlie Vietnam line. If you don't know what I mean, is in the Vietnam War, that's what the Americans used to call the Vietnamese people Charlie. You know what I'm saying? So that whole line was fucking crazy, but those were shots at Charlie Clips. Oh, well, it was a Charlie Clips sign, and that Charlie Vietnam shit was dope. Then he did so fucking creative with Real Deal. Everybody knows how Math does the Jamaican Connect shit. What do you act like you call them? Well, Real Deal, especially being in Boston, none but Irish people, you know, he took that whole shit that Math does and flipped it. Like if he was talking to, an Irish dude from Boston, and he came with the voice. He stretched the certain words out the way that they do out there. Like we say car, over there they say car, potty, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Math Real Deal played that shit real good, playing off Math's Jamaican Connect shit. Like it was just fire the way that he did it was very creative. Excuse me. And that was the third round. But I believe it was the second round, I think it was. Real Deal threw shots at Math, like trying to call him a pedophile for the 12 gauge shotgun line that he said versus Shotty P, which was the line that fucking Real Deal went crazy for. So I'm standing there, and when I hear Real Deal spit the line about that, like calling Math a pedophile for saying he cocked the 12. Pause. Like, how can you hit him with that line and call him a pedophile off that when the footage clearly shows you everywhere you went crazy over that fucking line when he said it? So how can you go at him about that shit, man? I don't know, man. But then Math's rebuttal in the third was about that shit. So, I felt like that kind of hurt Real Deal. You know what I'm saying? But overall, flat out, I'm gonna tell you right now, this was a very close battle. In certain areas, it just looked like a preference thing. I was going off the bars, the jokes, the mixture of everything, and I got the first round. I got Real Deal winning that. Third round, I got Math winning that. It came down to the second round for me, and I got Real Deal edging that second round. So overall in this battle, I got Real Deal edging the victory out by a razor sharp thin margin. Like, this battle could literally go any way. I just really felt like the first two rounds, man. That first round I thought was a little clear. That Real Deal won that, even though it was close, but it wasn't razor thin to me. You know what I'm saying? That second round is razor thin, and to me, I think it comes down to that second round. Who do you give the second round to? And in this case, by just a razor's cut, man, I gave that shit the Real Deal. And then the third round, to me at least, was a little more clear that Math took that third round. To me, if you feel differently, get in the comment section. Let me know why you feel that way. You know, let me know if you think I'm wrong, but tell me why. Don't just tell me I'm wrong. Overall, it was a dope battle, and I was proud of Math because everybody was counting him out, saying he couldn't do the 3 weeks, 3 battle shit, and he proved you all fucking wrong. In the building, there were a handful of people who gave that battle to Math. You know, I didn't talk to everybody, so I don't know what everybody, but right when the battle was over, I heard a few people say, yo, Math got that. I thought Real Deal had it, and I heard a few people saying Real Deal had it. It was just a fire battle, and again, these are in this card. There was quite a few battles that it was like the fans win. You know what I'm saying? The fans win when guys. Not only do guys come and show up for 3 straight rounds, dope rounds, but they're both one-upping every round, leveling up every fucking round. The Chilla Jones versus Iron Solomon was like that, you know. The Enes and Thesaurus was like that, you know. This Math and Real Deal was like that, you know what I'm saying? These battles just was dope, man. I can't even tell you how happy I was to have been there, especially to be there with my union guys, man. It was just excuse me. It was just fire, man. It was a fire event. Again, the only thing that, you know, fucked with me a little bit was some of the crowd towards the back was talking sometimes, and they have to be told multiple times to, you know, not to be talking through the guys' rounds, you know what I mean? And, you know, I just hate that, but I ain't focusing on that shit, man. I'm just happy to have been there to watch Math versus Real Deal, to have seen Head Ice versus Nems, you know what I'm saying? To have seen fucking Enes versus Thesaurus, you know, so on and so forth, man. Fucking Loso versus Moneybags, crazy battle, you know what I mean? So, yeah, get in the comment section, let me know what you think, you know what I'm saying, what's on your mind. Thank you for rocking with me. Make sure you subscribe. Like I said, we got other footage that I'm going to put out there for everybody. Check the other recaps of the other battles of that night. And just check out all the content that I have there to begin with, especially our union content. All right, so salute to everybody. Thank you for rocking with me.